You're live.
All right, everyone. Welcome back, Jesus, to our fourth session of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. This is Blades and Blasters foray into the West Marches style of gaming. We don't typically play 5e, but nevertheless, here it is. And we're going to have a blast doing it, so let's get started. We have with us today Ghost playing Marv Eldermann, and Demi playing Teric von Aegir, and I'm going to play my ranger by the name of Bozerg. Yeah, 4 sessions in 2 weeks. It's not half bad. I'll start my recording for backup. Okay, so as this session opens up, a couple weeks ago, you returned to your four-way in the Whisperwood North, where you found an old abandoned village that had been overrun by malign plant beings and also one very poisonous green dragon. Against all odds and with no shortage of heroism, Marv Eldermann, Teric von Aegir, and his compatriots smited that dragon, keeping him from escaping, thus cleansing that land of evil, or at least most of it. Securing the land, they did return home to the hamlet to report back to their friends, and even as I speak, I suppose the many settlers of the hamlet are heading north into the woods, following the trails blazed by Teric and Marv, in order to domesticate and settle that newfound land in the north that Marv discovered to be quite fertile and appropriate for farming and all sorts of other good stuff. In the meantime, the denizens of the hamlet have grown fairly wealthy, not only in coin, but in gems and other precious items. A council was held, and it was determined that a small band of adventurers should be sent north along Paquin's Run to the Lake of the Lost Lady, and then eventually on to Zibilzabar to investigate what sounds, by all accounts, as a semi-civilized village of orcs who are rumored to be quite wealthy for some reason. And for the third time, it is dawn in late summer, and overhead the birds are chirping, and I'll let you guys do a little RP as you head out on your adventure.
Teric would be like readying his gear early in the morning, woke up, did his exercises. He's not very certain about how this escapade into orcish territory will go. From his experience, orcs aren't exactly civilized. So when he was described civilized orcs in a village, he didn't have much faith in the idea.
Marv would have been tending the crops that have already been set, and then also making sure that those who are trying to domesticate and settle the land up north had appropriate seed and instruction before they went and did so. Otherwise, he'd be looking through some of the more simple offerings, some of the less expensive offerings that they have, just wanting to basically get their foot in the door here with Zibilzabar rather than show everything that they have. Having been to several farmers markets, it's important knowing that not showing everything you have to bargain with, he knows. So he's just setting aside a few things, maybe a few gems here and there, have some coin, things like that. Maybe they're taking the jar as well, just kind of looking things over.
Yeah, what exactly do you think you're going to take up there to try to barter, at least to show you have something in exchange to give?
Take a couple of each gem. Since we have 50 of all of them, we could take a few,
I think that's how much they're worth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, each one of those. So like you have 3 citrines, for example, 50 gold each.
Probably take a citrine and a jasper since we have multiple of those, and then take the ceramic jar as well. Um, and then maybe one of the goblets.
Hunter's cap seems easy.
Yeah.
Do you guys just want to cut those and paste them into your sheets?
Sure. I'll do it.
Might be the easiest way to do it.
Wait, is there another javelin in there, or is that my javelin?
Yeah, I didn't put it in there, so
It's probably
somebody
out
must
here.
have pilfered it from one of the orcs or something.
Probably
I'm
that
guessing-
damn Jax's.
I'm guessing it was Jax's. Lord of Slumber.
Alright, so I went ahead and put a citrine and jasper. All that's there. So I have everything that I'll be taking. After that, Marv would walk outside and look to Teric and... Well, I figure I've got everything we're gonna need. You're looking spry.
It was a swift recovery, all things considered.
Yeah, I'm still a bit achy if I'm being honest, but time waits for no man.
Will it just be you and I today?
Oh, I tried to find the old Jaxus, but I can't seem to find him creeping about. I know he wanted desperately to head out there, so I guess it's just us, yeah.
And you said you're all set to go?
Got everything I think we'll need. I figure we should not show our whole hand to him. Don't want to appear too rich, you know. Got a bargain from some kind of even position.
I'll leave negotiations to you.
I'll see what I can do, but I make no promises.
I trust in your abilities.
And from the northern path, you hear lightly booted feet treading along the forest floor, the gentle crushing of pine nettles. Wait up! Wait up! Wait for me! Teric! Marv! Don't leave me behind! And you see Bozard behind you, and he catches up. Old Jaxus was up away north in his cabin, said you were making a journey to the east, to that foul town of goblins or orcs, was it?
And we believe they're orcs.
Well, I suppose you could use my bow if you were to suffer my company.
And you wouldn't happen to know how to speak Orcish, would you?
Well, I speak many languages, Teric, and Orcish, fortunately, is one of them. Although I do say that my skill is not up to par. If I had my druthers, I'd rather spend my time in the company of fellow humans, elves, or other gentler races. Orcs are nasty creatures, after all, but in this instance, they are rumored to be quite wealthy. Perhaps we could strike up a deal.
Keep an ear out. If they talk of attacking us or some other deceit, let us know.
Indeed. I'll keep my ears open. Both of them, as often as I can spare them.
I don't know that it'll come to all that, but as long as we're careful and mind ourselves, shouldn't be a problem.
I'm ready when you two are.
And Bozard kind of trots off along up the trail as soon as you reach Paquin's Run, traveling east and north. Follow me. I'll lead the way. After all, I do get some pittance as my career as a scout. I shall not lead you astray. Come hither.
Follow him. No qualms with that.
So, sorry, I have this cough still. So you travel along Paquin's Run. As you do so, you can see that the stream is kind of running from the north, flowing westward, babbling as it goes along. Here and there are small whitewater rapids as you pick your way along a narrow path besides the river. Here it's a river, there it's a stream, very narrow. Other places it slacks into a very wide and gentle pool. It is near one of these wide and gentle pools along the path that you rest at midday to take your lunch. Bozer recommends against lighting a fire, and from his pack produces several varieties of salted and cured meats and tosses one to Marv. There you go. Summer sausage. And for you, Teric, a baguette and some sort of, I don't know what this is. It's a meat product of some sort.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
Take a bite into the baguette. It's a bit stale, hurts my teeth. You can hear the crunching.
We'll be brief. I know this area of the woods well. It's not without danger, but then again, what area is in these troubled times?
With due time, we hope to secure the area. Make travel safe.
It's definitely looking a bit better than it was a little while ago. Can't believe we had a dragon living north of us.
We were fortunate.
Even in these troubled times, there are legends being created, and songs, I might add. Heidi the Bard, indeed. I heard practicing a few chords last night. Your name, Teric, was on her lips, and yours was as well, Marv Eldermann.
Well, somebody's got to keep the histories. Easier to sing something than write it for most folk.
Indeed. Sticks in the brain right away, I suppose.
She exaggerates her tales. Take what she says with a grain of salt.
Oh, is that true, Teric? Then I am in great danger in your company. I figured you for a hero in bright and shining armor.
Your shining armor would give me away. It's best to keep it matted, a layer of dirt.
And can each of you give me a d20? If you're 17, 18, 19, or 20, you'll have a random encounter. I'll roll. Nothing. Awesome. And as you chat, you make idle conversation. And it dawns on you that even perhaps a few months ago, you would be on edge in this area, but the civilizing influence you bring from the hamlet and the northern part of the Whispering Wood, even with your adventures as far as Raven Gulch, both the wildlife and the land itself in this area seems to wish you no ill will. And eventually Bozer kind of stands and he brushes off his jerkin and says, Well, I suppose we have tarried long enough. Come further north. We will travel along the shore of the lost lake of the Lost Lady. And then, I suppose, by evening we will reach this village of the orcs.
Do we know anything about why it's named that? Was it just like on a map, or did someone tell us?
Why don't you tell me that as your memory, the haziness of your memories rolled back as you travel along Paquin's Run, seeing miles ahead, kind of down below rolling plains, pine trees, and then beyond that, the glimmering blue waters of the lake.
Teric remembers from when he first arrived, alone. He didn't know anyone. He tried striking up conversations to learn of his areas where he could assist if ever they needed. And he remembered overhearing a conversation between a woman and a man where they were talking about how the lake to the north was haunted. The lost lady who roamed the area was a spirit, maybe a water elemental of some sort, who would lure adventurers away into her grasp. It's not unlike a siren whose call just attracts the gaze and attention of the males and leads them to their death. Not much is known of the lost lady, but what is known is that if you encounter her, it may be your last.
Very well. And even as you have those thoughts, Teric, and you continue onward, unfortunately, the rather ple- the rather pleasant weather overhead starts to change, and rain begins to fall. Right, bear with me here. You good?
I'll be good in a couple minutes.
Hey, if anything's causing a problem, tell me.
Oh, is this animated? Then I won't be good.
It is. I can pause it if you'd like.
It's cool. Just, it'll be fine. Just I need a lot of time for it to load.
Fortunately, RPGs are not fast twitch games. So give me your thoughts briefly as you kind of travel the rest of the way up Paquin's Run towards the wake, and the rain starts to fall.
Had to be rain, didn't it? In a few days we leave the hamlet. I suppose it's a blessing in disguise, but I'm gonna catch a cold at this rate.
A little rain in late summer is good for the spirit, Marv Eldermann. And I suppose back home in the hamlet, it brings fresh nourishment to our crops. Thanks to you, bounty this late fall.
Everybody did their part. I just showed them things that not everybody's taught how to do.
Well, you have a certain talent, and Chantea certainly has blessed you with many skills.
Yeah, Shantae's blessings definitely got me farther than I would have gone. Thankful for her.
And then, from up ahead of you, as you turn around the corner, you see outlined in a faint greenish blue haze 3 figures perched upon a rock. Each of them seems to have an instrument. One of them has a set of drums that he plays by hand, and another has a violin or a fiddle. And still a third, the tallest of the three, has a lute. And as you approach them closer and closer, they look to their right and see you. The skeleton, it seems, for no flesh adorns his bones, takes a moment from strumming his lute and gives you a salute. Why, hello there, friend. It seems you traveled along this river only to be quite wet. Perhaps we can lighten your spirits with a jaunty jig or a baldy tale. Ha ha! And they continue to play their instruments. And he starts to sing a tale about the lost lady of the lake. The lost lady of the lake, she was bold and fair until she went wandering in the hills over there. Her screams were heard for nights on end, from nights on end, from nights on end. For in the gloom she doth watch over the shores of the Emerald Isles. And then she kind of continues on and continues on. And as you approach them, they do not show any sign of stopping.
I think we just pass them by if they're not
They're
aggressive.
skeletons.
Right, but they're just playing instruments. Ain't much harm in that.
Not that we know of yet. Maybe their music has some sort of properties, illusions, or charms.
Well, maybe I'll have a talk with them then, see if they got a purpose here or whatnot. Marv will kind of walk towards them. I'd say fair afternoon to you, but a bit wet outside, ain't it?
Wet. It's mighty wet. What might your name be? They call me Tall Philip, and I got no clothes to get soaked. Only these here bones whose shiny, brilliant sheen here in the rising moon.
Well, my name's Marv. Marv Eldermann. Back there's my friend Teric, and that's Bozer. Pardon my saying, but you fellas look look like death didn't keep you down.
Death can't keep down the three troubadours. Nope. No endless night for us. The long rest does not keep us still. For our instruments may ever ring out loud and bright and true. Can you spare some coin for us?
What is it that binds you this plane?
Oh, you. What might your name be, tall knight?
My name is Teric von Aegir. I am no knight. I am a paladin. And I ask you, why is it that you remain?
Why we remain is a mystery to us. I suppose we have things that were lost that will never be found again. In life we were rabble-rousers and carousers. We mistreated our wives and our children. But I'll tell you what, we always gave a good show. So, every night about this time, we play the same tunes over and over and over again. So spare a coin for Tar Philip, and we might play you a jaunty tune.
And I want to get a sense, do they just look like skeletons, or do they look like any other... I'll do an Arcana or something to identify them more properly, you know?
Yep. 10.
I subtracted it.
Yep. You definitely recognize them as skeletons. Skeletons, nothing particularly special about them. Do they emanate evil? No. You can't tell if they mean you well either.
After tossing the coin, Marv will look at him. Well, was there anything you recall from when you were alive? Somebody who you slighted that might have taken offense, or something around here that's amiss, well, other than
You
three
wishing to
fellas?
loosen my tongue, do you there? There's so much more flesh on your bones than mine. So much more flesh, as he kind of gives you a jab because of your punch. Eddard and Jim and I, well, perhaps a few more coins would loosen our tongues. Perhaps a few more coins would put some meat on our bones, eh? 5 gold pieces, that'll do it.
What is it that you look to eat?
And you look to the left and there's a ghostly visage of, like there's a cart with food on it.
Yeah, Marv, not lacking for gold, will throw a bit more out. He'll add, well, there you are. Don't know what you're going to do with it, but if I could, I should like to help you if I can. Wouldn't want to see a spirit tied to a place when they could move on.
Oh, very well, very well. He grabs the coin and there's almost a ghostly visage all around you, guys. It's very ethereal, but the plane is almost like there used to be a village here or a town, and some sort of vendor gives Philip food, and Philip and Eddard and Jim like drain these tankards of ale and food, and it just like slips right through their bones as they are continuously hungry throughout eternity. Oh, blast! Every night that happens. How I miss my dear Cassie. My dear Cassie.
You said Cassie is your wife?
Indeed, she was. Mother me 3 children. What? With the fall of the Empire and the orcs and goblins that crawled over this area like so many maggots, I was too late to protect them. Too late, too late. Surely they perished. And he looks to the north, where far along the lake shores, you can see as the night deepens, the campfires and smoke of Zibilzabar. They're the Norks. People say they're a kind of breed now, but all those many years ago, their ancestors were tall and cruel. They didn't think twice about taking me Cassie slave, about taking my children neither.
I want to walk up closer to one of them. I want to see if I can, like, feel them, or they're ethereal.
Hey! Get your fingers off my rib cage, mate. Yes, you can feel there's skeletons.
I've never met a skeleton who could speak.
Well, here's the first time for everything, eh?
I cannot allow you to remain, but if possible, I would rather not smite you down.
No! Oh, I'd rather not be smitten either. But you do what you may. I may just rise up again tomorrow night, so do what you will with me.
Has it happened before? Have you been destroyed? From the ashes, arisen?
There are travelers still from time to time traveling along Paquin's Run. Some of them get quite cruel when Tall Philip and Eddard and Jim play a song. But until we know what happened to our loved ones, every night we'll come back and play these same baldy tunes.
Well, as luck would have it, we're actually about to head to Zibilzabar. So, if we can find word of what happened to your loved ones, well, we can deliver it to you, or Shantae willing, might be able to bring him to see you, if you'll be willing to see him in your state.
Aye. Until then, we'll continue to play. How about that? Strike up another tune.
I give you my word. I will see that you pass on. Permanently.
Oh. At this point, good paladin, that's about all I can hope for.
We should be off then.
And as you head north towards Zibilzabar, the night deepens, and I'm going to let you do a little bit more, RP. You pass those skeletons about like around here, and as you kind of follow the lake, the shore is along your left side, and by the time you reach Zibilzabar, I'd say it's probably about 7 o'clock at night, although it probably feels much later because overhead there are rolling black clouds, and there's obviously the rain as well.
And before we return to the hamlet, we must see that they are destroyed.
Well, destroyed sounds like a rather aggressive term. Laid to rest, definitely. I agree. No cause for people
They're
to suffer like that.
abominations, and they cannot be allowed to remain.
Doesn't seem like they'd like to be fair to them. And they were people once, even if they're something else now. We should seek to help them if we can. If you call it destroying, so be it, I suppose, but laid to rest sounds a lot better in my book.
It was a very conflicting matter. As I've said, I've never spoken to the dead.
Not something I'm used to either. But, for how vigorously you pursued the demise of the ones in the tomb, that's some remarkable restraint you got there for them fellas. I gotta say I appreciate it. I got a feeling they ain't so bad. It's just a matter of restless
We will do
spirits
what we
and all.
can. If it does not work, then I will attack them. Though, I really wish I wouldn't have. I don't want it to come.
We'll find a way.
700 RP for the wonderful roleplay and encounter. As you continue along in the night, are you going to camp outside or kind of enter the outskirts of Zibilzabar?
Said 7, right?
Yeah, it's like 7, but like, you know, it's still pretty dark out. And as you get closer, what you can see as you kind of see on your right, maybe where those skellies came from, or this huge kind of upward sloping hill with all these kind of gravestones on it. And to your left still is the Lake of the Lost Lady, kind of ringed with pine trees. And then along that coast there is what looks to be some sort of village or settlement. And on the outskirts, of course, there are like rings upon rings of not tents, but thatched huts and more temporary or less sturdy dwellings that no doubt kind of the rank and file of the orcs occupy. If you look kind of down near the lake right on the shore, there are more permanent looking buildings, whether they're made of stone or mud or wood, it's hard to tell. But obviously it is a organized, at least somewhat, civilization.
How far is the grave?
You're kind of just passing it. There's spotted kind of tombstones. Is it? I don't want to make too much of that.
So you don't want to make too much of it? I mean, I'm probably more.
They're not. Yeah, they're not far. They're not that far away. Probably a couple hundred yards.
Yeah, Marv would actually want to go down into Zibilzabar, assuming they've got some kind of structure that's like a tavern, someplace they can sleep. It's better to try to be amongst the locals rather than stand on the outskirts. Might appear suspicious if they were to do that. So he would tell Teric and Bozar, well, we could camp out here and keep to ourselves, but I don't know if they do any kind of patrols and they find a few humans on the outskirts of the little town, they might take it the wrong way. I figure we go into town and, as if we're travelers, find a place to bed down for the night and we can try to conduct business in the morning.
Very well. Though, I'd like to search the graves at some point. His name was Phillips, is that right?
I believe it was Tall, Philip, Eddard, and Jim.
You think they would have a grave here?
Oh, I don't know. It sounded like they were cut down during the Empire's fall. They might have just drifted back here and went being spirits and lost. I mean, I suppose we could search, but
We
maybe
can
on
save
the way
it for
back.
the morning. It's just something I would like to check out. Perhaps a wife is buried here as well.
Well, I think he said that she's taken prisoner by the orcs. She may well be alive.
For now, though, I guess we should head in.
True.
And as you do head in towards Zibilzabar, winding your way through the poorly planned roads, the outer rings of the settlement, you start to see orcs in the mud, in the rain, kind of going about their business. These orcs, opposed to the ones from Snarky's Fork, they actually have on like clothes. Some of them have on shirts, not all of them. But they seem to be conducting business, like business you would expect in the evening. A bad evening with bad weather at that. Near the front gate of the settlement, you do come across somebody. Hey! Travelers! Where you going? Oh, haven't seen your kind up here in years. Most of your types are too scared to come up here to Zibilzabar. I suppose our strength and ferocity scares you. Actually, we're quite welcoming, although we do expect some subservience from lesser races.
Good evening to you, I would say, but the weather's not so great. My name's Marv, Marv Eldermann. I come from a place called the Hamlet out west. I was hoping to, speak with some of your leadership types. I'm not sure quite what you refer to them as, but we're mainly looking for a bed for the night first.
A bed for the night? Bold ones you are indeed. And what might be your names? My name's Cluck.
Well, good to meet you, Cluck. My name's Marv Eldermann. I'm a cleric of Chantea. That's Bozerg, and then that's my friend Teric of Mara.
Bozerg gives Cluck a slight incline of his head. You say you're looking to hole up for the evening, are you?
That's right. We're wondering if you have a tavern or someplace we might make down for the night and perhaps meet some of your leadership types, chiefin, or I'm not quite sure what the structure is for your people, so I'm sorry to say.
I wouldn't expect you to be intelligent as such. Orc society here up in Zibilzabar is quite complex and intricate. Wherever you're from is likely not the case. We don't expect foreigners to be totally familiar with our ways. Just follow the rules while you're here. And don't expect any orc to kneel to you.
What are the rules that you speak of?
Rule number 1. Orcs are strong, and you are weak. Don't challenge an orc if they confront you directly. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2. You can have whatever you want, but you gotta pay for it. Usually twice the going rate. Because orc to orc trade is one thing, orc to human trade is another. Or rule number 3. Big break rule number 1 or rule number 2 and meet a swift death. Meet a swift death at the hands of our chieftain, Urum the Strong.
Well, those rules seem pretty easy to remember.
Indeed. So, I suppose I could get you a place to stay. It only cost you about, what do we say, 20 gold pieces?
Yeah, Marv will reach through and produce it without much fuss. There you are.
He calls another orc up to him. Hey, there. Show him into the tavern. Show him into the maul and hammer. And, hey, they seem to have deep pockets. Take them for all they're worth. And the kind of servant orc comes up to you. Well met, travelers. Follow me. We do have a very upright establishment by the name of the Claw and Hammer.
Excellent.
He leads
Take
you
us
through
to
the
it.
streets, and as you leave, you hear clink, clink, clink as Cluck counts his gold. Hey, just for fun, Marv, I'm gonna see if this. Did you pay me the 20 gold pieces yet, or no? You did. You can
I did.
decline it. But I'm gonna try something. It says
Yep.
invoice player, and I'm gonna say Marv. Pieces. What happened there?
It's requesting me to pay. It doesn't let me decline it, but I don't have
Okay,
to
there's
accept
like a
it,
button there
so...
for you to pay me. That's sweet.
Yep, it is a button for pay, yeah.
Okay. So
Invoice received
these
from
orcs up here in
Orc.
Zibilzabar, they're not only they haven't only forged a civilization on the shores of the Lake of Lost Lady, they are highly trained accountants, it seems. So you do go into this, you go into the tavern, and you're able to spend the night there. I'll let you kind of tell me what goes on in this cavern. Do I have cavern ambience? No.
There's probably tavern ambience on the
Yeah,
base
no
sounds
facts.
that are available in one of the options.
Probably Battle Bards probably has it. Tavern, because what, D&D? Do they have taverns?
Yes. Probably.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of all the
There you
options
go.
that there are for the sound effects. It's probably either battle bards or
Let's try
not
this.
fanburst, but something. So how nice of a tavern is it? Is it just kind of a crappy, tavern, but they play it up as being nice?
These orcs are like the North
Mm.
Koreans of the
Yeah.
fallen empire. Like, they think everything's the best that they have, right? You probably have some wealth compared to other orcs,
Oh,
probably
God.
compared to you too. They're probably rich, but they think they are just the best thing since the fall of the empire. In fact, they probably think they are an improvement upon it, if that makes any sense. Right? So you go into this tavern,
Mm.
there are signs hanging up, and it looks like Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken type of writing, like just child's writing. This, like what they serve here, different types of ale, and like maybe a few types of pigs and cows that are roasted. And so you go into this thing, and the orcs are like slamming the tables. And, perhaps there is a band that's a non-skeleton band up front, and they're playing some music. And,
Yeah, I think,
hit with luck, I'm gonna give you some XP.
I think Marv would try to just kind of turn in quick. Just look, talking with the others, and they seem to definitely try to be collecting our money hand over fist. I think we should try to take care of our business, see if it's even worth trading here, and then make our way back, try to figure out more information about them poor fellas near the lake, but otherwise be quick about things here.
I don't believe trade relations will go over well.
No. I think we'd have better luck trying to talk with Raven's Gulch since we already got some in there, last I heard.
We should ask about the wife.
It's a fair point. I believe you said it was Clarissa?
Make an
Clarissa?
intelligence check at 10.
Oh, it was Cassie.
Marv, you're convinced it's Clarissa.
Well,
And
are you sure it
Paladin-
wasn't Clarissa?
Paladin-
And
no,
he's looking
no, it's
kind of
Cassie.
confused, scratching his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her name was Cassie. Cassie Phillips. Was it Phillips that said that? Or was it one of the other ones?
Tall Philip. I don't know his last name.
Oh, shit.
Cassie, wife of Philip.
There you go.
Whatever her name was, she had a couple of children as well, so maybe we can ask around, see if slaves stay a certain place out here. I imagine that's what they'd be as.
If we find her and she's enslaved, what do we do from there?
Well, I'm not one for slavery, and neither is Shantae, to be perfectly honest, but at the same time, we gotta be careful how we do things out here. They figure out where we're from. Since I told old Cluck that we're out from west, we try to disrupt anything out here, they might come down on us. Much as it pains me, we can't do anything rash, though. I don't know, they seem to like coin. Maybe I'll buy her.
And that is only a temporary solution.
But
if they enslave others, we must deal with them at one point or another.
well, the three of us ain't gonna be able to do it tonight.
All I'm saying is that left to their own devices, they will try to swallow our town whole.
Well, let's focus on the here and now, and we will leave tomorrow for tomorrow. Maybe ask around, see if they keep the slaves somewhere, or if they even keep slaves anymore.
For now, we should retire, regain our strength, start anew tomorrow morning.
Marv will nod in agreement with
that
that.
is a very wise plan, Bozek says. I shall volunteer myself to keep the first watch. Though these orcs seem more civilized than the common breeds, I trust them not.
Well, if you'd like to be vigilant, I'm not going to argue with you, though I imagine they're going to try to take our coin by standard means of merchants, innkeepers, and what have you. But yes, I agree. Let's get some rest.
That, one of the serving orcs comes up to you. He's very small, probably some sort of birth defect. His left eye is like completely pussed out and swollen shut. Hi there, can I interest you with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, eh? Or a mug of ale? We got the stoutest stuff, it'll really put hair on your belly. You look down at the plate and they're like roasted hooves of some sort of beast. There are some eyeballs there that seem pickled, and there is the orcish form of chitlins, like a big pile of entrails.
Yeah, Marv looks at it and he kind of shakes his head. No, I appreciate your offer, but let me ask you something. You get out around town quite a bit, or you usually around here?
I get out around town a good bit here. Yeah.
Well, your people still happen to keep slaves when the Empire fell?
We orcs here of Zibilzabar, we don't keep slaves. We find that quite unproductive. We pay good coin for good labor.
I see, so, not slaves then, but maybe, indentured servitude?
Hey, what does that mean? Awful big words.
People who you got a contract with, you keep them under it and they work for you for a few years or longer.
Maybe like I do. Yeah. Old Mark the innkeeper, me and him has a type of contract like that. I hustle my legs off here in the inn, and he tells me that once I grow 2 more feet and my eye heals, I'll be able to go out on my own, make my own business.
Are there other humans or other races besides orcs?
Humans like yourselves?
That's correct.
Yeah, there's a few of them in town. But they know to keep the head down to the grindstone. Listen, we'll proudly take your coin And like this guy is just like a measly little pipsqueak. Each of you, even Marv, could probably handle him in combat. You just need to know that you're the inferior race. Don't raise your voice to us, or a bad thing will be coming to you.
Right. We don't want any trouble. We're just wanting to get around town a bit. See, you wouldn't happen to know where other humans in town stay, would you? Do they stay with people who have their contracts? Do they have a place in town they stay?
There's
Set
no
aside for
quarter
them,
town
perhaps?
reserved for humans, but I suppose that the more rich, the more fortunate of us, they keep them around like dogs. They're kind of a status symbol, if you will. Most of them are going to be found towards the middle of the city.
I see. Well, you've been a
My
good
name?
help there. What's your name?
My friends call me Oily Stow.
Well, Oily, here you go. And I'll give him 5 gold pieces. And hopefully your eye heals up soon and you get
Oh,
them
I'm
2
looking
extra
forward
feet
to
and you
it.
can go out on your own.
Old Mark tells me if I just keep working harder, it'll be good for my growth.
He seems like a wise orc.
And I'm an industrial follower. Industrious.
Very, very much so. Very much so. Have a good rest of your evening. Marv kind of politely nods and looks
Thank
at
you
the
for
other
your
two,
coin,
and
although I
it's
do
time to go to the
suppose you
room.
owed it to me. And he kind of disappears down the steps. with
Was
his
he
leg
an
on
orc,
trails.
or was he another race? Was he like a
He-
goblin?
He's an orc. I just wanted something
Okay.
different. He's just stunt.
Very stunted orc.
Alright, so... give you a couple of these. So does the nighttime pass? And you wake in the morning. And you wake up and the sun is streaming through the window. And from down below, I would like to say from like the lower levels of the inn, you smell roasting bacon and eggs and that sort of thing. But what assaults your nostrils is not that. It smells more like a GI bleed, if you've ever smelled one. I doubt you have, but you never want to. You never want to smell that. It's awful. Yes, gastrointestinal.
It's GI stand for gastrointestinal.
It's just bad,
Oh,
bad stuff
no.
they serve
No
in this
thanks.
place. It's just the worst.
Yeah, Marv get up rather abruptly as soon as the smell hits his nose. Oh, gosh, I'll tell you, what are they cooking?
Whatever it is that they eat, we need not. We brought enough rations, did we?
Yeah, I think we got a few traveling rations left over.
And that'll be our breakfast. And then we'll hit the center of town.
True. Go maybe take a look, see if we can find one of the not slaves, indentured, I suppose would be the way to refer to them, and talk with them, see if they are familiar with... You say it was
I'm
Cassie?
positive.
Was her name? Are you sure? I don't trust you. In my mind, ain't what it used to be, or what it never was.
So
And-
I'll just eat some rations.
Yeah, Bozark has been up all night, but he looks
Same, yeah.
fresh as a morning lily. Oh, then. I second your recommendation. I don't think we should eat here. what's assaulting my nostrils? Well, it's more reminiscent of one of the latrines at the hamlet than a fine inn. And he takes some of the hardtack from his satchel. And I suppose we should go outside. From the look of the sky, the rain has stopped. Perhaps we will find these muddy roads here in Zibilzabar more to our liking.
Indeed. Hopefully our stay ain't too long. Find her and figure things out.
So we'll be off then. We are looking for random humans? Right.
If we can find someone that ain't an orc out in the center of town that's not being lorded over, maybe we can ask about this Cassie and see what's become of her, see if we can get some idea where she might be. Certainly some people might know in one another. I sincerely doubt any of the orcs are going to keep track of their servants with such veracity.
And as you guys exit the inn, it's a bright blue morning with a breeze that seems fresh at first, but then unfortunately the smells of the orc village assault you, and it's a little bit better than what's going on in the inn, but not best. And as you leave, Ormark the innkeeper kind of calls you. Hi there! Come back soon!
I'm not gonna justify a response.
Yeah, Marv would give a kind of passive wave and nod.
Give me a little RP as you kind of wander through the outskirts of Zibilzabar, going closer and closer to the middle of town.
This place. Can't say I'm a fan.
No, I think what we're trying to build is going to look a lot better. I suppose it could be worse, but there's a lot of things about this kind of society that rub
Do
me
you
the
think
wrong
any
way.
of the locals know about the Lost Lake? The Lost Lady of the Lake?
It's possible. Although, I suspect if you ask them about it, they're going to expect you to front coin to tell you what they know. And I feel like these people are less concerned about matters of the spiritual as opposed to matters of the material.
You don't take your coin with you once you pass.
I try telling them that.
So I'd like each of you to give me a perception check. All right, Teric. Teric, from around the you're like passing a blacksmith shop, and from around the rear shed of the blacksmith shop, you see what looks to be a little human girl with a smudged face and dirty blonde hair look at you. And then she looks at you and just darts away.
I'll follow her. Like she's sprinting, or?
Yeah, she sprints away from you.
Over there, Marv. A girl. And I'll start heading towards where she was.
Yeah, Marv will follow and try to look around for her.
Yeah, so you leave the tavern behind. And what you see at first is just kind of footsteps in the mud from where this little girl is running, and she's dashing away from you. And you see her in a thoroughfare, uh, uh, Teric, and then you lose her again, unfortunately. Give me another perception, guys. Oh! Marv, tell me what it looks like as you are able somehow to see where the girl is going, and then what you do, you're able to like kind of make a shortcut through the alleyway, and I'll let you RP this, but you kind of are able to kind of cut her off and stop her. Not sure.
Yeah, so Marv catches sight of her ducking, between objects and buildings. I think I see where she's going. All right, just follow me. I got a way to get there. And he peeks through, and he finds kind of like a cut between buildings that's almost passing, through someone's open backyard, basically. But he just kind of dips real quick through and ends up cutting her off. And hold on, little lady. We don't want to hurt you. I want to ask you a couple things, all right?
Who are you?
No, hold on. My name's Marv. Marv Eldermann. I'm not going to hurt you. I just need some help finding somebody, that's all.
Man, I can't just find a little girl, huh?
You don't have any little girl pics saved on your PC?
Oh, I got... I got...
Oh,
Yeah. I have stuff from, like, years
outrageous.
ago when I was going to do that Valentine's Day end of the world game. I don't know. Canceled. But yeah.
Oh, man.
So she goes, "Oh no, your name is what, Marv?"
That's right. My name's Marv. M-A-R-V.
Why is it that you run, child?
I just haven't seen many of your kind around here. I find you quite scary.
She's a human girl?
Human girl.
Where are your parents?
Her name is Becca. My parents? Oh, my parents are back home.
And where's your home?
Right over there. Over yonder. She points in towards the center of the town.
And do your parents not look like us?
What's that?
I'm asking if her parents look like us.
Yeah, my mom does. My stepdad, though, he's tall and strong and much all superior, I shall say. Strong Urim, they call him.
So, room is in...
That's the chief. Yeah, Marv looks at Teric, and that's the chief.
I suppose we can kill two birds with one stone. Would you mind introducing us to your parents?
Oh, no, not at all.
Well,
Follow me. She starts skipping.
hold on now. Oh, man, I don't know. Meeting the chief
Is that
this
not why
fast.
we came here in the first place?
Well, we were coming to evaluate trade, and I think you and I both agree that's kind of a waste of time. I was more concerned with putting those spirits to rest
I'm
at this
sure
point.
if anyone were to know, it would be the chief.
He's gonna take us for an arm and a leg to get her, if he even knows her. Fair enough.
And she skips into town. Hey, Brug. Hey, Goshlag. Hey, Torog. How you doing? How you there, Becca? She skips all the way to the fire in the middle there and says, "Oi there. How you doing, Becca?" And Urum is there, roasting what looks to be some sort of poor animal over a spit. And he looks up here. "Who you got here? Bring home some friends?" "Friends indeed. Friends indeed."
Marv kind of steps forward. Hello there. My name is Marv Eldermann. I come from a place called the Hamlet out west. This is my friend Teric, and that over yonder is Bozerg. We were coming to speak with the leader of this fine settlement.
Oh, it
I
is?
believe that's you.
But, what do you have to do with my stepdaughter? Becca, run along inside the tent now. I got business to attend to, it seems.
Marv kind of waits for her to depart, and then he looks to her and, well, meaning no offense, but she was one of the first of our kind here, and, well, to be honest with you, we were looking to find the whereabouts of a servant of some sort, I suppose, here. A woman by the name of, and he looks at Teric for a second, Cassie.
Cassie? Could say I've heard that name before. And can each of you make a perception check with target number of 10, DC of 10.
Perception.
Yep. Marv definitely spots that Urum's voice quivers a little bit, and you realize that this name does mean something to the work. Teric, you do as well, but maybe not to such an extent. And he goes, "No, never heard of a Cassie."
Well, all due respect, how should I address you, Chief? Just Urim the Strong? How do you prefer to go by?
How about Supreme Leader Urum? That has a nice ring to it. And like a couple of like
Very good.
hulking orcs just kind of come to his side and says, "Is there a problem here, boss?" No problem. At least not yet.
Well, Supreme Leader Urim, pardon me saying, but I do have some divine favor from my god. I'm a cleric of the goddess Shantea, a goddess of agriculture and fertility. Forgive me saying, but your voice betrayed you a bit there. When I said that name, it gave way a bit. Now, I'm not looking to cause any trouble with the search for this woman. In fact, if you know of her, we may be able to come to an arrangement. But are you certain you don't know this woman?
No. I'm certain I don't know this woman. And I ain't heard of no Shantia neither. The only lord I know is the Lord of the Strong. And I am him, and he is me. I rule over Zibilzabar with an iron fist. So, if it's all the same to you, fat men, run along. Run along now.
That's unfortunate. I had heard that you were a man who knew how to see a bargain, recognize a good opportunity to generate some currency, but it appears I was misled.
We'll take our gold and
We'll
our
take our
gems
leave.
elsewhere.
Oh! Now you're talking gold and gems, eh? With that, you get an advantage on a persuasion versus persuasion check here. He only rolled a 6. Either one of you can roll it. Oh no! Oh no!
What?
Worst.
Why should let me do it?
I don't have any persuasion.
You have to back it up with some RP, I'm sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you had advantage.
You had advantage.
Yeah.
Tell me how you
That's
get
good
out of a
enough.
sticky situation.
Like I said, the last thing I said was that I suppose we'll take our gold and our gems elsewhere. We came here with a mission to establish trade, but it seems as though you're not interested. I'm sure Raven's Gulch will be more willing.
Raven's Gulch? Ah, look at you. I figured you for some sort of paladin, but now I'm thinking you're interested in business. Although you're dangling things in front of me that I don't know right well are true, because I've never heard of no Raven's Gulch, no Shantia, and how do I know you even have a gem trade?
Marv will reach into his satchel slowly, and he'll pull out one of the jasper. He'll pull out the jasper that he brought.
We brought samples
one
of
right
our
here.
wares, but if I may ask, you have not heard of Shantae, but what of Marv?
Oh, I've heard of Mara. I've heard of her. So, are you her champion, eh?
I am a paladin of Mara. Are those who follow the will of the strong friends or foes?
Those who follow the will of the strong. Those who serve the settlement of Zibilzabar. And our ideals, although I do recognize they are different than most orcs. Those are my comrades.
And of your relations with Lord Mara?
We have none. But one of the servants, one of the priests inspects the gem. If you guys are okay with that. Yeah, he looks over the gem
Yeah, I'll let him look at
and
it.
gives the old the meme head nod. Hey, is it real? And like the camera
It's
zooms
real.
in on him, he goes, and he hands it back to Marv. How much is that? That was a 50 gold ones. And he goes,
That's 50 gold.
all right, let's talk stock and business.
Well, first, as we're gonna look at doing business, honesty is important, as you know. So, I'd like an honest answer on Cassie, if I'm gonna continue to show more of what I have available.
I don't know any Cassie. Of that I spoke the truth. Although I have taken one little bird into my protection. And I call her Cassandra. And there's a woman that comes out of the
see.
tent.
Um,
And the features are very Very similar to that little girl that you saw. And say, here she is. I've proved my honesty. Now let's do business. And I'd like to learn more about this paladin here and his goddess.
Absolutely. Might you permit me ask Cassandra a question
Speak
before we
freely,
begin?
portly man.
Thank you, Supreme Leader Earl. Ma'am, don't meaning to dig deeply into personal business, but might you have known a fellow by the name of Tall Philip?
Tall Philip, indeed. My late Orm says, speak no more of his name. My late husband. And he just, And then, her tone changes. No good, lout. Always up at all hours drinking. Left me and the kids home alone while he went off to make his coin to spend on whores. Spit on his grave, I do. She goes back to Urum. I've got a nice strong orc now by my side.
Very well. Um, well, all things considered then, business as it is then, we were looking to acquire some broken tools if you have them, preferably farming tools. In return, we can certainly provide gems and whatnot and proper coinage to see you compensated for such things.
Strokes his beard. Aye. Very well. I think we can strike some sort of deal. In fact, we have many broken tools here in Zibilzabar that we can give you as a down payment in good faith. But of these gems, I'd like to know more. And of Mara, I would like to know more as well. Like I said, we respect the strong. If Mara proves a strong god, then you and your people, well, you may acknowledge you are the inferior race. We can have some sort of working agreement. Would you like to hear my terms?
If you wish to hear of Mara, then I will listen to what you have to
Certainly.
say.
Very well. And he looks to Cassandra and says, now, if you fulfill all the terms, I'm willing to let my wife here go. She looks to him. No, please, Elram, don't let me go. I don't want to go into the wild again. Shh. He kind of looks at Marv and Teric. These are good men. You belong with people of your own. Then he looks back to Teric and Marv. I'll have 2 tasks for you if you would hear them. Are you willing to do so?
Certainly.
First of all, challenge of flesh. And he kind of looks to his right and say, Groomush, unleash Mazurn. And he kind of walks down into this pit here. And you hear from down in this pit, you this chain oh, come here, boy. Come here, boy. Come. Yeah. It's feeding time. And out from this trap door in this pit, you see a giant ogre. Ha. You there. Defeat this one in single battle, and I think that your Lord Mara has some merit. What say you?
What does he deserve? What has he done to deserve death?
Well, he ate Cassandra's youngest daughter, my stepdaughter. Is that enough for you? And the orc Eye of Groom kind of shakes the chain on Mazorn Beefeater's neck, and then Mazorn actually just rips it off.
That will suffice. I will fell the beast.
And then
Yeah, as Teric is walking away, Marv kind of pats him on the shoulder.
and
Be careful.
yeah, as that
Good
happens,
luck.
and Mazorn's kind of call rings out. Like all the orcs from inside the interior of the camp start to open up, and they're all start to surround the pit, and they're kind of cheering. They're going, Mazorn, 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 Mazorn. And Bozark just seems to say, I don't think they like your odds.
By Mara's might I shall be victorious. I have no fear.
The pit's very small. There's not much room to move. And I'll let you kind of do the RP.
Yeah. Can he even cast that without a ring? Because
Where
this
you
is
go? Okay,
years.
I have.
Yeah, but
I'm
I
pretty sure I
thought,
have
like, shit that
focus.
costs gold, you couldn't use a
So.
focus for.
I don't know if we're
No.
doing it raw for components or not. I remember Bo hated components
Yeah.
because otherwise you're carrying around goofy shit. So yeah, I would have just kind of subtly done
your
that.
AC is
And
one higher then?
good luck
Yeah,
to
so
you.
I got 19 AC, and we share damage, but we have resistance.
Yep, you. So he gets +1 to AC. He gets +1 to any saving throw he has to make, and he has
Nice.
resistance to all damage for an hour. But we share damage, so when
Does
he
that
gets
count for
hit, we
concentration?
both
So every
take
time I get
damage.
hit, you have to roll. Oh, yeah, talked about that.
It is not a concentration spell.
And Mazorn rolls initiative.
Yep.
That's my shit.
Mazorn.
Alright, what does it look like as you enter the pit?
I slowly, listening to all the jeering, the cheering, whatever, I pull out my warhammer, I pull my shield out, I face the beast, and I slowly approach it, and allow him to make the first move.
Yeah. He comes at you with a giant club that he has at his side, and he just swings at your head. 17.
19, so I see the club coming at me, I raise my shield to block.
Teric. Marv, why don't you roll initiative too? I'll let you go. Yeah, you'll go first actually next round, but I'll let you go right now.
He's
Okay.
gonna respect the duel for right now. Maybe later there could be some
Alright,
things.
Yep. After blocking a blow, I'm gonna make like a sort of uppercut motion, both the mace and
14, that hits.
yeah. For 8. And I'm going to use a spell slot to do Divine Smite. for another 6.
So you hit the thing across the face and blood just splatters. You bring it down again across the skull and you hear crunching. He just goes, Mazorn, eat your beef. And Marv, you're up. Otherwise, he's going to take his villain action at the top of the round.
Ooh, let's see. I think I'm just gonna wait. I don't wanna.
Yeah,
Don't want to mess up the
Mazorn
duel.
has a villain action, and
So I'm gonna
that
wait for now.
chain that the Eye of Rumosh had, he whips it around, swings it around the pit, throwing it. Teric, you have to make a dexterity save at 15 on round 1. Oh. Yeah,
It's 14, but
so
gets
it's
you.
1d8 damage.
You want me to roll that?
Now roll it. So you take 5, 3.
So 3, because
So this chain like wraps around you, like rips off maybe a little bit of your armor or something, and Mazorn just raw, and then it's his attack. Yeah, and he kind of comes at you at the great club. Boom, that's probably a hit.
That 25 will hit
Ooh.
for 6.
You both take 6. Give me a little RP. Let's look like as you're up here.
Yep.
What's the G.I. Joe thing? The brothers that take the damage together. You're too young. You're too young. You don't know the
I
G.I.
don't
Joe.
know, but Marv, you see Marv kind of wince and he grabs his head, trying to hide that he's in pain.
Yeah, I'll take that across the face or wherever he hit me at. And, it was sort of like put me down on my knee a little bit, but I'll stand up strong, ready to continue. And I'm going to do this now, because I always forget about it, but for my bonus action, I will use... Where is it? Not add your enemy. Vow of Enmity. So, I have,
Oh, so
advantage for
nice.
Yep.
I'm not even going to count that because it'll be over that many rounds, I'm sure.
Alright, and I'm going to swing at him.
Yeah.
One way or the other.
23.
Oh, it's a hit. 8.
And is Divine Smite a fucking bonus action, or can I cast that? It doesn't say anything for casting
What
time.
does it say?
When you hit a creature for melee attack,
It's probably a bonus. How many slots do you have?
I have 3 total, 2 left.
Use again, man, if you have slots.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh!
Whoa!
You met the condition. Whoa!
And as you hit him, what does it look like as like this divine light shines out?
So like I said, he hit me with his, was it a club?
Yeah, it's huge.
His huge club. It brings me to my knee. I stand up strong. I say a prayer. My warhammer glows radiant golden light as I swing across him once more, bashing against his head for all my holy might.
And it just smacks him, knocks out his left eye, actually splats onto your armor. And it's, Mazorn's going to eat your liver. It's back to the top. Mazorn swings his chain again around. This time the DC is only 12. Dexterity save 12. What does it look like? He's like jumped this chain like jump rope.
Not this time. He's shown me this move before, so I know it's coming. It's really telegraphed. And as he swings it at me, Yeah, well, I'll jump over it. My heavy plate.
Yeah,
I guess he
exactly.
was going for my legs.
Marv.
I don't know if I can subtly cast any kind of healing magic, so I think I'm going to let it ride one more time, but he's getting a little more concerned.
This old beef eater is going to grind your blood into a fine powder and snort them up my nose for strength.
20 hits. For...
Oh.
How are you
10.
looking? You can probably heal yourself while you're up there, but...
Ah. So he
I'm in
brings his
pain, but
club right down upon your helm. Actually dents your helm. Teric, you're up.
Such a foul beast with such a large mouth. I will
Yeah,
shut
the
it for you.
orcs around you are like, nah, sword, nah, sword, nah, sword.
I'm just gonna swing once more. 17
Hit.
for 9, and we will use my last divine smite for 11, so 20 total. As he crumbles,
Yeah.
I will stand upon his corpse, put my foot on top of him. Now you know the strength of Mara. It is by her grace and her... Ah, damn it, I should have had a speech written. It is by her graces I am victorious. I'll sort of put the warhammer in the air, you know, like I'm cheering myself on, as the light fades.
Yeah, it shines out for a brief moment though, and the orcs just kind of like cover their eyes. Oh! Oh! How's Marv reacting?
Yeah, Marv had fallen to a knee. He's guising it as prayer, but he was in pretty serious pain after that last swing. He's got a headache forming up. But he just looks over and sees that Teric's victorious and says, oh, bless Shantea. And Mara, I suppose. He kind of stands up on wobbly knees.
Alright, I'll turn around.
Very well. Very well, Orem says, kind of walks forward. You have proven the strength of your goddess. Now, prove the strength of your faith. You will have trade with us at full value. Dare I say, because that display, dare I say, as equals. And he looks to Cassandra. Travel south of here. There have been reports of a graveyard and ghouls rising from the tombs therein. Eradicate that mess. A partner in trade you will have with Zibilzabar.
I'm sorry, can you... I catch first half of that?
Bunch of fluff, and then you go to the graveyard south, basically the one you saw on the way in. And he says there have been reports of ghouls rising from the graves there. Take care of that, and then you will have full trade 100% and be treated as equals to Zibilzabar.
These ghouls you speak of, are they capable of communication?
As far as I'm aware, they have only harried our forger to the south.
Then I shall smite them.
Bozerg gives Teric the nod. And I'm pasting the meme into Discord right now. Alright. And,
these ghouls, the ones that have been harrying your foragers, your foragers see them playing any kind of instruments or anything like that?
bloodthirsty fiends, all of them.
Alright, well, that'll settle that then. We'll take care of it.
And as you leave, Cassandra runs up to you, Marv, and she presses something into your chest. Take this. Take this. There may be a grave there. Fill up the toll. Please paste this upon it. And it looks to be a song book.
I will. He looks at her. You know, he asked after you, you know.
And she looks at you and gives you the nod, the meme nod, and then goes back to Urum's side.
Yeah, Marv will put the songbook in his pack. Well, the way forward seems clear. Start heading away, and we'll call that a short rest.
Absolutely.
I'll spend some
I would
time.
do that as well. I was about to touch myself, dude.
Alright, that'll do me.
I'll do one more. Top me off.
I'll be right back.
This episode of B&B is sponsored by Roll20.
Roll20.
Roll20, Drive-Thru RPG, Arcanum Syndicate,
Earl of Fife Games. And the adventure, Fat of the Lamb, written by yours truly, Bo.
Oh, you have something? Is that for real?
Yeah.
Is it posted somewhere?
Yeah, it's published on...
Why do I not know about this?
They're playing it on the 3rd, man. Rogue is running it on the 3rd.
Third.
One of the adventures. Called Fat of the Lamb.
Wait, what system?
Hmm?
What system?
It was originally written for Shadow of Demon Lord. And then I think he's going to run it with...
Chaos?
yeah, Demon Gate. So
Why the fuck? This is the first I'm hearing of it, man.
it's been on the comms.
Has it? Since when?
I don't know, like a couple weeks ago.
You gotta support the official release. You gotta buy. How much is it?
Oh, I don't know. Don't buy my shit. I got
Hmm.
money.
Hey, did you know he fucking wrote some shit?
I have returned.
Drive-Thru?
Ghost has written a bunch of shit.
What the fuck? What? You guys don't tell me this.
Ghost has written
I
like
have.
10 times as much as I have. I wrote...
Oh, I've only wrote
Send me the
like
links
2 or
later.
3 things.
It's like, I was like, Fat Lamb. I was like, yeah, Rogue is running it on
Oh,
the
well.
3rd. Are you going to play?
I got it. Yeah, I'll send you the links.
I kind of want to watch
Probably
it,
not.
too.
I'm pretty sure I'm running a game the 3rd.
It's
Yeah,
so
I'm
cool.
running
We have,
Warhammer
like,
the 3rd.
days with like 2 or 3 games running. And it's awesome.
Oh yeah.
We got
I
5
didn't think we would have gotten there, but we did it.
All right. Is Vision good on this?
Yes, Marv is actually going to shoulder his crossbow, and he'll be brandishing Mason's shield going into this place, seeing that
See that you're
Bozerg is
inspired.
a bowman. Well, I just figured better me than Bozerg up
I'd
front.
like to thank you for your assistance with that beast.
And Marv kind of smiles coyly, and not sure what you mean, friend.
I know my
It's all you and Mara.
limitations. Without your aid, there's no way I would have been saved.
Well, throw a prayer Shantae's way, maybe, just for that one. But I'm sure you could have done just fine without me.
Did I see that woman giving him the bow?
That's up to you. Yeah.
I would have told him about it.
And hopefully
No need
that
to
is
keep
what
it a secret.
binds him. And once we return it, he will be released.
Hope so, but just hearing his wife's alive, and, well, if Urim plans on following through with his word, she'll be leaving with us anyway. Suppose we could always bring her by to see him, if he's still playing a merry jig near the
I'm
lake,
concerned
anyhow.
about the other. What, 2 of them? There are 3 total, right? I think there are 3. I'm concerned about the other 2. Unless they are bound to him.
What kind of musician would come back to life without
Seems
bringing
like
the rest
such
of
a
his band
selfish
with
thing
him?
to do. Not allow his friends to move on.
Oh. Possible he didn't have any say in it. Spiritualism's a strange thing. I don't understand it rightly myself.
I guess we'll find out when the time comes. Should focus on the task at hand for now. I
Agreed.
will not be able to call upon Mara's strength for this fight. It'll all be me.
I'm sure that will suffice more than enough. Marv will go in and start looking around and see if he sees anything creeping around in the
Bozerg
shadows.
continues, I don't like the feel of this place. It has a certain decadence to it. Darkness. And I'm not talking about the typical orcish filth. I'm talking about the ugh! And he knocks into a grave and seem to run into something. I stubbed my bloody toe there. Oh, god damn. Oh, shit. And all of a sudden, rising from the grave, a arm sprouts out of the ground.
Well,
4 ghouls just kind of crawl out of the graves looking at you, and I'm going to roll initiative for them, and I suggest you do the same.
Bless you.
Sorry.
So you got blessings from 2
Bless your
holy characters.
I'm good.
yeah,
No. And
you're
I
good.
fixed
You're in
it.
the
I fixed
clear.
the initiative
Holy
problem.
smokes.
I'm going to do Bozerg. You probably want his help.
Nah, pull a Jackson's.
Yeah, that seems good.
Ah, I'm glad I put the points
Oh,
in that
man.
dex.
Shit.
Hey,
Shade
he
throw.
came out eventually.
Let's see here. Speak with animals, nay. Sweet. Gained +2 bonus. Archery. So, what do you guys, if he's crawling out, am I engaged with him just yet? I don't think I would be, right?
If he's prone, I mean, he can he would get if you count him as prone for a round as him crawling out, then you could give him disadvantage on a
He's trying
attack
to do
roll
a
if
range attack
Bozer's
right in
trying
front
to
of
get
him. He'd
away.
have
No,
disadvantage
I was trying to
already.
get some distance and then
Yeah.
pop him.
Oh yeah, I mean, he could move away, and you could just give disadvantage on the opportunity attack if you want to,
Yeah,
and
let's
just
do
say
that.
he's technically prone, crawling out
let's
of the
do that.
ground.
That's a good. That's
Or
a good idea.
or you can do what you want. I
So
didn't
disadvantage 6. That misses. That's good. So he moves.
6.
Boom. He kind of sidesteps, posts up over here, and he says, "Quickly, gain cover!" And he change weapons. And he shoots this one here. Oh no, it's a miss.
Oh no.
Boom, flies wide. Agleron version 2. And that's it.
Hey,
This school.
back again.
Claws at Marv. Nothing.
I got the shield. Nope.
Other than
I don't think that DC counts if that doesn't hit.
no.
Nope.
No, it doesn't.
This guy goes towards Bozerg and attacks him. The bite. Ooh, hurts. 6.
DC 10 con.
Uh-oh.
Bite.
No, it's a bite, not close.
So he gets off to me, foul beast. This one here. Ooh, can get over here, and he bites as well. 17.
18.
Misses. Teric, you're up.
I will return the favor. Actually, I'm gonna step right there. Make sure they're both. And then I'm gonna
Is that
swing
an
at the
attack
one.
of opportunity if you just move like that?
Nah, as long as I don't break.
I need
Yeah,
to,
so I can go to all these.
I need to read the
Nah, it's still
replay.
engaged.
Ah,
So I'm gonna swing at him.
look at you. Stud. That's a hit. It's a hit. Which one are you hitting?
I'm gonna hit the one on the left. The one that came at me. So I'll say, he comes at me, I block his attack, I hit him with my hammer and reposition myself.
Alright, Marv, Elderman.
Worked pretty good the last time. Let's try it again. And Marv kind of gives a reaches out and just kind of briefly hits Teric on the shoulder for one of these again. And then as a bonus action, I will also do Shield of Faith on myself. So his AC is +1. He's getting the same thing as last time. Bonus to AC, saving throws, resistance, and we share damage. But I did Shield of Faith on myself, and that'll give 2 AC for up to 10 minutes. But it's concentration, so if I get hit, so I'm at 20 right now.
Yes.
Um.
Warding bond, right?
Yes. Yep. Damage. The warding bond at least is up for
you're
now.
surrounded. I'm gonna give him advantage on this. He bites you. 19.
19 hits. For 4?
You have resistance piercing. Yep.
Every physical attack, I think.
He has resistance to everything. To
You have to make a con save.
Yep. Yep.
Bozerg.
Dude, I have no faith
No,
in that
shield
shield.
face down.
Still us every time.
Mm.
Bozerg D&D, can you shoot it point blank like this?
Yeah.
It is. You
Yeah,
might
it's
do
with disadvantage. Yep.
Is
Unless
it
he
a
unless he
crossbow or a
has
bow?
sharpshooter, but I don't think he has feats. So
Shelter.
or not sharpshooter. Bow. Nope.
Yeah, I might just have
He's
to
at disadvantage. It's within
use
5
my-
feet.
I might have to use
You
my,
have to have a certain
maneuver to
feat to do it.
whip out my spear. He just drops his bow down over the wall and takes his spear out and just tries to like drive it down at this thing's head. He has spells. So sweet. 10? 10?
Yeah. Whoa, oh yeah, I guess it's not a finesse weapon. So. You
God
goofed.
damn it.
It's not.
Alright. God, man, you're fucking so surrounded. Alright. Fight.
Am I
What's
doing
that?
anything for that back here? Would I be helping him
Well,
engage any of these?
this
I guess
one's
because
attacking him. I
I'm
mean, this up here might get you, but they're all going on the paladin right now. 8, that's a miss, right?
Yeah.
Alright, the one attacking Bozar still claws at him. 15 versus a 14, it hits.
DC 10.
It's a 5.
con
damage.
save.
Con save.
Yeah, con save.
Oh, goes down.
Con air. Nope.
Can repeat it every turn.
Yeah, he's paralyzed and he can
Ah!
he has to do it each turn.
Collapses. This one, yeah, he'll slip down to Marv. I guess he's still in engage range, so he doesn't
Yep.
take a. And then he'll bite at you.
Yep.
Teric.
I see him go for my friend, so I'll swing at him. 14.
Hit.
11.
Bloodied. You knock his left arm off. Marv Eldermann.
Finish that one.
Oh no, hang on, Bozerg, we're coming. And then Marv is going to
Ooh.
cast Spiritual Weapon.
A taste of their own medicine.
So he's gonna go ahead and use that as an attack on my turn. Target takes force damage equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting mod. So
Yeah, just click on
guess
it.
that
there.
does that count as the attack? I guess so. Yeah, and then I'm attacking the one that just came
10?
down at me.
The spear's like behind it. Now you can maintain that spiritual weapon, right? What type of
Yep,
spiritual
you
weapon?
can. It is for 1 minute. So,
Mace.
I would make it a mace. So just a spiritual mace kind of appears,
A mace like this?
ethereal and behind the creature and thunk. Yes.
And that does kill it. So what does that look like?
Yeah. So he just kind of, oh Shantae, give me your blessed weaponry, and he kind of just extends a hand. The mace appears ethereal, kind of like his, but spectral, and smashes the ghoul to the back of the head after its arm is launched.
This guy slips down to again surround the paladin and attacks. 8?
Mm.
They're rolling like shit. Bozar, he's just got to make his saving throw, right?
DC 10, con.
Yeah!
Con save. Unparalyzed.
He's unparalyzed. Let's let's see what he does. If he goes for you or what? Still goes to the paladin. This time with claws. 7 misses.
Bozerg is if
That's
Bozerg's
bad.
prone, that's advantage.
14.
And a con save.
Nope.
I keep looking at
No,
claws.
we're right.
No.
Yeah, so he like digs down into his groin, starts. Ah! You hear Bozerg. Ah! Ah! Get him off me! Get him off me! Teric, your turn.
I'm gonna attack the one to the right. 13.
13 versus 12 hits.
7. Marv, get to Bozerg.
Marv's turn.
I can help him out a bit. Hold on. And he swings the mace around the spiritual one around to here, and he's gonna actually bring it to there. So he's gonna bring it overhead, move it 20 feet, and then he's gonna swing on this ghoul with his action with it. So, spiritual weapon, 15.
15 hits. Yeah, cracks
For
his head.
5.
Turns around, kind of
Mineraled it.
looking at this thing floating in the air.
And then bonus action. I'm gonna use Healing Word on Bozerg. So that's gonna be 8. Then from Life Domain it is another 2, and then it was a level 1 spell. It's something I didn't do last time. So he gets 11 hit points
Ooh,
back.
Quite nice. Bozerg kind of,
Does old Bozerg.
you see, even as the ghoul is ripping into him, his flesh is starting to just mend itself. This ghoul. Oh! Tries to claw at the paladin. 6. Misses. Bozerg. He's gonna attack with disadvantage at the
He could
no.
pick himself up and then just be normal.
He dropped his blow. Yeah, he's gonna stand up and then just attack with his spear that he still has in his hand. Damn it. These ranged characters.
I should have had rapier.
Poor guy.
Finally, Marv. He's down. Tries to claw at Marv. 8. Nothing.
No.
Fight at Bozerg. Misses. Teric, you're up.
See if we can finish off that one. We've been hitting. 23
Yep, 23 hits.
for 12.
This one here.
No, we've been swinging on one on the right.
Yep, he's gone.
Just bash his head in.
That one.
I've cleared the way. Help Bozerg.
Not a problem. And Marv will move his mace over the spiritual one and swing at that particular ghoul.
13 versus 12. It hits.
13.
And it kind of looks to its right, like, oh, you know, where did that come from, type of thing. Yeah. Anything else? Otherwise, it's this guy.
That's it.
And he claws 5. Bozard. Listen. So he's standing up now. He's going to he's going to take the attack to go across the wall. 7, that misses. Disadvantage. And finally he's going to be able to shoot this longbow. God damn! He just pursues him, and he actually is going to claw 10 versus 14. That's a miss. Teric.
Yeah, I'll attack the one on the left. Or would try to.
You still have the bond or no?
What?
The ward doesn't give you, it doesn't give you advantage, does it?
Warding bond.
All right, Marv, you're up.
No, it doesn't. Move the mace. This is turn 4 of 6 with it, by the way. I have 2 more. Move the mace and swing on it again.
Yeah, that misses.
It probably misses.
Woof. Swings at Marv. 21. That hits.
I'll take that.
That would
one.
hit.
9 piercing.
So I guess it doesn't matter who takes.
Yeah, you have resistance to piercing.
Half.
Alright. You don't
Yeah,
get resistance.
You take it,
so-
it's better. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you take it, it's 5 then, if we round up.
Then
Instead of
Bozart's
9.
turn to fail.
If you get hit, do I get hurt?
We share hit, we share health. Or no, I think
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
I'll look at it.
So what, we take 10? No, wait. Yeah, we take 5.
In the meantime, Bozart is just going to
No,
shoot
5.
at my friend with disadvantage and see what he does. Jesus Christ.
No.
He hasn't hit a single thing.
It's just me taking the damage, by the way. Teric. So it'd be if you take damage, I take damage, not vice versa.
This ghoul, realizing
old
that
martyr
Bozart is no
spell.
threat, moves to attack Marv with advantage since he's flanked.
I can't do anything. I've used my reaction.
Well,
That's alright.
Teric,
No.
you're up.
Have we hit the one on the left yet?
I can't tell.
I don't think we have. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the one that went.
Another one on the right for sure.
A swing and a miss.
Uh-oh. It's becoming one of these. Marv moves the mace towards the one that just tried to attack him, and will once again attempts to swing on it. Oh, for goodness sake.
That's a miss.
It's pretty flanked. We're all around him, and there's
Yeah.
a tombstone.
I think I'm going to go at you with my claws this time.
No, it's all good.
Advantage.
Who?
19.
Do it.
You have your shield?
At me? It doesn't matter. I still get beat by 1.
What was the top?
So-
No, this is bottom around now. Yeah. Shit.
8 slashing.
Yep. And I had to make the con save as well.
So you guys share that?
I made it.
If I get hit, he gets hurt, not the other way.
No, we don't share the damage.
So
Yep.
weak. Bozard. So I guess I'll take the attack of opportunity just to get some distance. If he's attacking him while I still take it, I guess I would, wouldn't I?
If you're not disengaging, then you're taking an attack.
This is... Alright, don't fail me now.
Run a little further.
I'm telling you. Ah!
No.
12 versus 12.
Did it?
Yes.
Just enough.
Finally get to play my bow.
Rolls a 1.
11.
That's the
No.
best he could have done.
Drops him.
Yeah.
It drops him. Finally. Marv, you turn around because you're getting like flanked, and suddenly an arrow sprouts through its eye. The broadhead just... Teric, you're up.
Tactically move over here and swing in it. 13? Unless
Yep.
we don't have flanking?
Yes. 12?
Yep.
Death. What does it look like as you finish him?
So yeah, there's been blood and limbs flying over this entire fight. I step over the corpse of the other one, rush to the end, and while he was distracted trying to bite Marv, I take my warhammer and I bash the back of his head in. Are you too hurt?
I'm a little wounded. I apologize for my performance. I had performance anxiety.
Perhaps you're not cut for out. Perhaps you're not cut out for this life.
Indeed, I'm cut out for a life spent ranging long and far in the forest, but not a life spent delving in graveyards.
The dead are fearsome foe to encounter. It's not unreasonable to get a little bit nervous, but it's all right. We're all fine. And Marv's kind of
Here, allow me to
scratched up.
repay my debt, Marv. I'll lay a hand on him. And how much are you missing? I'll heal you for 10 with
17.
lay on hands.
Give me some lay on hands.
Alright, lay my hands on him. It's not a roll.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just clearing turns off initiative. Marv gets it rolled.
roll it anyway.
Bozard.
I'll give 10 to Marv. And how bad is Bozer?
22 out of 36.
He's a ranger, he'll be fine.
Marv would go ahead and use his channel divinity.
Bozard starts searching around the gravestone, looking for things.
Oh, I can't even use that on him. He's more than half. Never mind. Yeah,
I'm gonna,
Marv will start searching around as
use
well.
my divine sin.
descent.
Yeah, Marv.
Certainly a strong evil registers on your radar there. In fact, it erupts through the ground right at your feet.
What?
And roll initiative.
Oh shit. They got him buried out here fast.
Yeah, they beat us to it. Now, they have an underground tunnel system, apparently.
It took half a day. They just dumped his body out there. It was actually just a zombie ogre, but I changed it because he killed that guy. So. A little bit.
I don't remember stabbing him with a sword.
There you go.
Dead.
One of the orcs did that after the fact.
Ozark goes, there! Watch out, paladin! And he sidesteps, getting a little distance.
Good question for Ghost. You may know. Does Channel Divinity recover after a short rest or a long rest? Okay. I don't have the other thing then.
Long.
Hunter's Mark. Sweet. Okay. So I get to add 4 to my I forgot about that. I put Hunter's Mark on this guy. I get to add 4 to my attack and my damage, I believe.
Oh,
Here
I
we-
lost the initiative table.
Or is it just damage? Hang on, let me look. Dovahkiin.
Here, I have it. I can link it.
We are,
What?
you're last.
What?
It's weird how some of that
Interesting.
stuff
Yeah, it's supposed to
changes
just
the
link the
card and
spell.
other stuff doesn't. All right, I add that to my damage, not the attack. So the first one was 4. All right, so he shoots him with his longbow.
Yep.
I love you.
We just calmed him down, too.
Misses.
I can see
Same
why
deal.
you'd be stressed.
What's the initiative? Oh, there you go.
Zombie goes.
Yep.
He moves forward, and let's see who he hits. Paladin. Let me generate my macros here. Lazy GM. Oh, but wait, other systems you have to code for 20 minutes to do it, but here, I just click a button. Morning Star. 12. Miss, I'm sure.
No, I'll block it.
Clank! Marv Eldermann.
Marv is gonna disengage and fall back a bit, working to get his crossbow out. Let me just see what I have though. If I have any bonus actions. Okay, we're gonna try to use it once more. I'll cast Shield of Faith on
nice.
Teric.
So 21 AC.
Oh.
Yes. And resistance.
Is it touch or not touch? 60 feet. Shimmering field.
It is 60 feet. And so he, Shantae, bless Teric, give him your guidance, and your protection, and he points his mace over Teric, and he starts to shine, despite his misgivings about
Familiar
shiny plate.
sensation engulfs Teric, though it's a bit off. It's not the same taste. He swings his warhammer nonetheless.
11 it hits.
Okay. I was like, how do you miss that, Teric? How the fuck do you miss that? The 9.
Crunch.
Wish I saved a Divine Smite.
Nah.
Bozark. What's Bozark gonna do?
Probably attack.
Yeah,
Or run away, I don't know.
well,
Shit time.
seems like he needs... Are Rangers
No.
that weak? Are they that
Rangers
weak?
suck. What's his favorite enemy?
He's just rolling
No, they're
bad.
like
He should be
goblins and
hitting,
hobgoblins.
but
There you go. It's not bad. Yeah. His damage is actually
no,
pretty
he
good.
should be hitting. It's just
Oh, he gets to add 4 too, right?
Yeah, your, or is it 1d4?
Mark, no, it
Yes.
rolled it.
15.
So 15.
Yeah, I think it applies the same amount throughout.
Oh,
Yep.
dun, dun, dun. Go back to thy grave, fell undead beast. Can he do anything else? Cure wounds. That's touch, never mind.
Just himself.
Yeah, I touched myself. +5. Boom. Zombie beefeater. Why not just try to slay Teric again? And he does so.
He's got a grudge.
Ooh.
Wow. There's no point in Shield of Faith, dude.
There's a point. Bludgeoning. 13. Oh.
6, 7.
7.
Round 2, I see.
He starts to say, Where is my mistress? Where is my mistress? Marv, your turn.
I am gonna use, instead of pulling my crossbow out, I'm gonna use Sacred Flame
Damage, please.
instead. Let me look. Yes,
He has susceptibility to that.
yes it is.
Most undead, yeah.
Immunities.
It doesn't say anything about what it would do to undead, but
Damn.
and it's this. It's a cantrip. Target must succeed on a dex saving throw against my spell save of 14.
Oh,
He makes
you
it.
will not defeat the beefeater, even in death.
And I will bonus action healing word myself because that hurt.
Is that like 8 or something?
So that should be. 'Cause I don't think it counts to me. Oh no, it's to a creature, so I guess I count as a creature. So 9.
9 hit HP back. Teric, you're up.
This is a grudge match, so 15,
Hits.
6.
Yep.
Is there a big hole where he came from?
There is.
Okay, I'm gonna maneuver around with my movement a little bit.
We'll find it. I'll find art for a hole.
I want to be opposite the hole.
Here's this hole. It's not a very good hole.
Good enough.
Here's a good one. There you go. Vagina. To the ground. What are you trying to do? I'm sorry.
No, I just moved around. I didn't want to be near the hole.
Alright, Bozerg the scout. Yeah, he's going to try to pelt him again. Ooh, finally.
+4?
+4. 15. Man, he hits hard, doesn't he? Thwack!
Yeah, he's max rolled. He's making up for lost time.
Zombie presses his advantage on Teric. Ooh, you will not get away from me, shiny one. Oh, no! 22?
So 11?
11.
Thank goodness for Marv.
Oh no, how's Marv looking?
This is the best spell ever.
I'm
Well,
hurt, but not screwed.
Mistress, save me! Marv, it's your turn. Let's see what happens this next round.
Yeah, he feels the pain of Teric's feeling. He drops his mace and shield and pulls out his crossbow. And let's start shooting.
Boom. Hit.
It'll be 9.
It slams into his chest. Just blah, 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 blah. Stick him there. Teric, you're up.
Just do what I keep doing. Stand ahead?
10 hits, yeah. He's just huge.
7.
Oh, man. Might wear him down still.
Just wailing on his knees.
Ozerg. Don't fail me now. Spell of the hunters. Boom. There we go. Now it's coming to his own. Is that like 3 max rolls in a row? He's making it back, man.
He's max rolled every time.
Oh, he's almost down.
15 again.
Zombie, though, falls to one knee. Everything against it is going to be an advantage now. Only has 5 hits. Mistress! Mistress! Where are you? And then from like the northern part of the graveyard you hear, right here. Right here. Finish off these fools, and then Zibilzabar will be ours. And you see a figure cloaked in shadow kind of walk in from the north with 3 orcs just with war axes just pounding their war axes against their fists. The traitors of Zibilzabar will be overthrown. You shall not aid them. And I'm gonna initiative for that. Bozerg the scout now in this new order. Look to the north. What do you guys? I'll just RP a reaction.
I'm kind of preoccupied.
Bozerg's going to try to finish off the ogre. Boom. And he does so. So, narratively, Teric, Bozerg puts an arrow through that ogre's brain, basically. And explodes in front of you. But then you see from the north, this cloaked figure, and she seems to have like this blue glow in her hand. This is, everybody give me Arcana at 10. None of you have seen anything like this in a long time. Your memory is
No.
probably obscured from the fall of the Empire, but this is not natural. This is not a dragon. This is nothing you faced before. And it's her turn. What is she going to do? Oh, yep. So she takes a few steps in front of you guys, and again, like nothing you guys ever seen before, she goes, disappears. You hear a voice go, "Kill them, friends. Leave none alive." This orc's turn. An orc charges you. They have aggressive. He can reach you anyway.
There's a big old body in the way. Oh, I guess it blew up, didn't it?
Yeah. He has aggressive
It did
anyhow.
blow
He
up.
can move 60. And he attacks you with his great axe. 16.
Nope.
So misses Marv.
Oh, Teric, we gotta go. Shantae's blessings are running dry. I've asked for too much. Let's get out of here and live to fight another day. And Marv is grabbing his he's grabbing his equipment, but he's making to go. This is not something that he feels they can win.
All right. Sword Pier. He moves towards Bozerg. $14 versus 14, that's it. 9. You see Bozerg just get cut down.
Cut down? Is he dead?
Not cut down, but you know what I mean. He dashes, aggressive. Yeah, he gets to you. 15
Nope.
whiffs on you. Teric, what does this look like?
Yeah, well, two of them charge at me with a really telegraph. It gives me enough time to block both. I hear Bozerg scream out in pain as it slash, and Marv is calling for retreat. But I've noticed that they are very fast sprinters, so I'm gonna yell back at Marv. We won't make it. We must stand our ground. God, I don't know. All I can do is swing, but yeah, I guess I'll just swing. One on the right. 14
That's a hit.
for 8.
8, that kills him. What does that look like?
Yeah, in desperation, I swung with all my might. Clack him right across the side of his face, and maybe, dents into his skull. You can see an eye pop out.
Bozerg looks around and knocks an arrow and shoots at the orc rushing him. He tries to step back, but it certainly gives him disadvantage. 7, it misses. And he tries to flee, and will take the attack of opportunity. Fall back! Fall back! Oh, a 20. 4, it's not too bad. And he trails blood behind him as he goes. The mage seems to... Where she moved to, she comes visible again. And she looks at everybody saying, "Flee, flee, leave this place. Tell Umric that Awen Lorana is coming for him soon, and all of his allies." And she's going to... Yeah. She's going to fly a magic missile at Marv. Let's see how that...
She gets 3 unless
So
she's
it's not any of
casting at a
us,
higher.
many.
She gets 3 magic missiles that'll all
It's,
do.
there's no roll.
Yeah,
So 4.
yeah. She can
I
send
know-
3 at
I
the same
know she-
person, or she can send. She gets 3 darts.
What's that?
It says it in the spell.
I can't
It
see
says it in the
that.
spell description.
Oh, no, it didn't look in roll 20, but I've cast it before.
And then you can do 3 of them. All right, yeah. Right. Just.
We got 3 glowing
And each
darts.
of you
1d4
take 4.
plus 1.
Which means you take 6.
That's correct. You take 2.
Oh, wait, no, I take
damage-
2.
Or no, you take,
And you take 6. It's...
Yep.
and then I take 6. Yeah. Yep.
This works out. Orc chops. Oh, let's see. At Eric. 13.
Nope.
Marv.
Marv feeling the pain from the shot, seeing that Teric's not going to run this yet, but seeing that he did fell that orc, is going to try his hand at doing something similar, see maybe they can outrun the whatever that is. And he'll take a shot at the orc that's here.
Oh, no.
He's just gonna start moving to make way.
This orc chases after. Even with difficult terrain, he's able to go after Bozar. Attack 17. Oh, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. 15. He's down. No! Ugh! Bozar goes down as he's hewn by one of these orcs. Go save yourselves! Teric, you're up.
We gotta swing. We gotta hit. We gotta hit. Nope.
Oh, no. Bozarg makes his death save. Success. R1? A1, I mean? Let's do the same thing. These missiles just slam into you guys.
How are you distributing it?
One each.
What to... She
Yep.
fit in a fucking Bozark?
Yeah, sure.
Ugh, that's 2
Tilted.
fails.
Oh man.
So I'm at 6 and you take 6. Bozark gets 2 death fails.
Yes.
Orc.
Wait, does this even have force damage? Well,
it's
22 hits
resistance to
because
all
21 is Shield of Faith. I think I have
Yeah.
19 AC.
No, you didn't have Shield of Faith for a while. 5,
I have
and
1
I'm down
HP.
now.
Marv is down.
If you're down... Oh yeah, it's not concentration. I still have the fucking
I
pen.
was down. You lose it. Yeah, no, well you lose it now, but I went down on that hit, so you don't have it next time.
Death save.
Mhm. Pass 1.
The other orc. Let's see. He moves towards Teric and attacks. 17.
No?
You desperately fight. And what do you do next?
There's no getting away. They run faster than us, so I'll swing at the one below. 23. 8.
8 kills him barely.
I got nothing. I got no bonus actions, no spell.
Bozarg makes his second death roll. What's that against?
It's 10.
10, so he's good.
He's got 2 checks and 2 fails.
Yep.
Oh,
He's got
they
2.
come back to
He needs
1
one.
if they do 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You stabilize, yeah.
No, you have to roll a 1d4.
I think you just stabilize
and
him and you
arrows
wake
are
up and
knocked
you stay unconscious.
So I would suggest you.
Yep.
She don't want a magic missile. Let's fucking end it.
Oh. You're more used to her going back to the village.
Shit, shouldn't be attacking. I would have ran. And he understands you. Concentration of beta. It's just a close
What's the save here?
Wisdom.
Wisdom.
Who's
So
it
it's
for
gonna
me?
be wisdom at it's gonna be
Yep.
wisdom at wisdom at I'm so bad at magic users.
It's gonna be 10 plus whatever
That's what I'm
their
looking for.
spellcasting modifier is. So it be whatever attribute they use. So if they're if she's a
mage,
warlock,
so-
for example, then it'd be charisma.
Probably intelligence.
So plus
Mage is
3,
intelligence.
so 13.
Yeah. So mage would be whatever her intelligence mod is. Yep.
So what she says
Oh.
is come, join me now. Join me and we will overthrow this foul kingdom of the orcs. And Teric,
Man, I hear her. I don't know what the hell she's going on about.
says, nay. I think I might have to end it. 9!
9.
Marv.
Another success. Another success.
gotta slap him. 19?
Got 8 left.
10?
Oh!
So I beat him over the head with my warhammer. I start hobbling away. And I see Marv and I see Bozard go down. I can't pick him up with a bonus action, but I'll sort of try shoving him a little bit behind the wall. Try to break line of sight with her.
Yeah, you just see her laughing. Run, fools. Run, fools. Your time will come. And she just disappears. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yep. They kind of like gain a little bit of consciousness, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if I have enough time, if he doesn't die before I get there, I'll lay hands both of them for 2 each.
Yep. That's enough for both of them, right? To gain consciousness. Yeah.
And I'll lay hands myself for 3. I think that's all I have left, right? What I got? 2, 4. Oh no, I can do more. I'll do 3 to each of them, and then 4 for me. Just sort of stabilizes them, I guess. They get up. They good? I'm gonna check Bozard out.
I mean, they're barely alive. You can get out of this graveyard, probably.
Book. I'll give it to him later. I'll give it to the skeleton, but I don't know if I want to go back in that graveyard.
You're alive. I guess
so barely alive. Thank you. We must flee this evil. It is beyond us.
We accomplished the orc's task anyway. The ghouls are slain.
But alas, he may need to know of this new wickedness, but it falls upon us whether to tell him or not.
Let us return first. Seek medical treatment. I'll sort of like support both of them as we walk back.
I'll use my channel divinity and give everybody. I'll give myself, myself 6, and Bozerg 6, and then Teric 8. Of my 20. Get some hit points back, so we're not completely ruined.
I get 8 back.
You get 6, I get 6, and Teric gets 8.
Bozerg is limping, kind of hamstrung as you guys go back into the center of the city of Zibilzabar. Come and again, Urim is roasting a small animal over spit. So, you've returned. The graveyard is cleansed, eh? I see it was no easy task before you trail blood behind you. I suppose that's the way of the warrior, yeah?
The ghouls were no challenge. Beefeater rose again, and he was found. But there's another threat to your city. Much greater than any undead.
Oh? You got my ear, man. I'm listening.
Marv, do you recall her name?
It was Iwin. I believe Iwin Lorana. Red skin.
Magics I've never seen
horns
before.
on her head.
She also had the support of some orcs. We were able to take them down, but she fled, or at least allowed us to flee for our lives.
This is most disturbing news. You speak of the devil. Devil of the fields of the folk. There have been whispers that such a being stirred down there. And I apologize for sending you in blindly. There's also been whispers and rumors that some of my kin has even joined forces. It seems you've quelled the ghoul threat and showed no shortage of bravery in this task, so as long as you acknowledge that you're the lesser race, you have a partner in Zibilzabar.
Yeah, we'll call it a partnership then.
Very well. Mates, bring it in. Prepare for battle. We're assaulting the fields of the fallen and give these men the gold for their gems.
And Marv will produce the gems and the trinkets that he brought.
And some broken tools and
Some
a
broken
new quest will
tools
open
thrown
up.
in.
Assault on the fields of the fallen, and also the eastern part of the map will open up. And I'm gonna talk to you about that on Discord, and I think we'll end it there.
All right. I will stop the recording.